Hey everyone, welcome back to Littleroot Laddering. Carter is off again, taking a little bit of an extra extended vacation this week, and so I decided that I wanted to play the team I've been working on in the background on my own time, Regigigas, because I have an insane obsession with this Pokemon that took me way too long to shiny hunt. So the main idea here is to set up Regigigas with either Weezing or Medicham via Neutralizing Gas or Skill Swap Pure Power. There's a lot of cool things you can do with Medicham too. Being able to skill swap Pure Power onto your Incineroar, get an extra Intimidate off. This was a Cresselia at one point, and it never really quite meshed that well. But this Medicham is going to be probably pretty cool. Outside of that, we have pretty standard supporting stuff. Ogerpon, Goldengo, Incineroar, all of these things kind of just help the team kind of function and fill out roles. Ogerpon, Goldengo is kind of like our backup lead plan. If Gigas plus whatever isn't very good, if they have a very passive lead, Goldengo can just set up nasty plots all day next to Ogerpon, and then you bring out Incineroar or Medicham for fake out, and then you just spam Shadow Ball Nest, make it rain the entire way through. This team's got a lot of interaction. It's got a lot of cool things going on. I think Weezing's a very underutilized Pokemon right now. Pokemon are very reliant on their abilities, and with the fix to Neutralizing Gas to turn off Photosynthesis Quark Drive, I think it's got an even better place in the meta right now. But if you want to take this team out for a spin yourself, team rental code is up in the corner there, and it'll be down in the description below. Let's just get this thing started. Okay, that is a lot of interesting Pokemon. There's a Walking Wake, a Quaquaval. I can see like there being like a weak armor weakness policy Armor Rouge with like Aqua Jet from one of either Quaquaval or Floatzel. With that being known, I think I want to just lead on Weezing and Gigas. Turning off their weak armor means they won't outspeed me, and I can get a knockoff onto the Armor Rouge if they try to go for weak armor stuff. In the back, I think I want to bring Ogerpon just to kind of help absorb some of the damage from the opposing Ogerpon and the Quaquaval. And then I think I want Goldengo as my last, just to clean up any kind of loose ends there. Incineroar doesn't fare well into a bunch of water and fighting types. Medicham isn't really needed here because they have a bunch of fairy and psychic coverage. So yeah, I think this is what we'll do to start. There's an argument, I guess, to doing Medicham and Gigas and going Pure Power Smash. But I don't think I'm comfortable trying to get that off when they can just follow me or do other stuff in front of it. Okay, so they are trying to do the weak armor stuff. I'm assuming that's what they're going for. So what we're going to do is we are going to protect to keep away from a psychic type attack. And then we're going to click this knockoff button into this Armor Rouge. I'm expecting them to go for it. No? Okay. Just standard Armor Rouge and Wave Crash Floatzel. Seeing that's what they're doing, I can probably KO this Armor Rouge this turn. I think I want to Will-O-Wisp the Floatzel, and I think I want to just go for high horsepower into the Armor Rouge and hope I don't miss. There's a Terra, probably the Floatzel. No, for the Armor Rouge. Into what? Terra Fire. Okay, so if I need to hit this high horsepower probably. We hit it. We connected. Bye-bye Armor Rouge. No big deal. Sick game. Floatzel can probably OHKO us, take us out still with Wave Crash. It's probably a roll. Okay, that was a low roll. Got lucky on that one. Will-O-Wisp into the Floatzel connects. That's awesome. That's going to reduce the damage it can do later. I'm expecting like Fluttermane or Walking Wake to come out here. If it's Fluttermane, we're in a real good spot. Okay, there's Fluttermane. I think since it's a Fluttermane, I think I want to just go for Gunk Shot. And I think I just let my Gigas go down. We just double edge into the Float Soul this turn. Oh, they have Psyshock. That's not going to be enough to take me out, unfortunately. I am very bulky. The Weezing is very bulky, so unless you are like expanding force or like a real big move coming out, you're not taking me out. Gunk Shot into their Fluttermane, almost enough to take it out, not quite. Last Pokemon is the Ogerpon. I am on 1. I didn't even realize Regigigas lived on 1 after the recoil. Okay. So seeing that they went for Psyshock, I think I can safely Gunk Shot into this Ogerpon slot, and I'm just gonna let Gigas go down here. Like, they can take the Gigas out. I know they're probably going for Psyshock into that Weezing just to try and take it out because it turns off all their abilities. Which means that if my Weezing stays on the field for next turn, I can get my Ogerpon out, and I might be able to take out their Ogerpon doing whatever. Got to take out their Fluttermane. They have left my Gigas on the field for way too long. And there's the Ivy Cudgel taking out my Regigigas. Excuse me. And then Gunk Shot should take out the Ogerpon. Oh, it didn't. It's close. I'm just going to send my Ogerpon out. And we'll just Gunk Shot and Horn Leech. It should go down to Horn Leech, no problem. Yep. GG's. Very good showing for Gigas in the first game. Definitely wasn't doing what I thought they were going to be doing. I was definitely expecting the weakness armor all Aqua Jet stuff. The weakness policy weak armor Aqua Jet was something I've been struggling against on ladder a ton with like the Primarina Armarouge. So I was like, maybe this is a take on that and it's going to get me. In this situation, they weren't doing it. Works out. Next game. Okay, opponent, you really like Intimidate. They got double Intimidate with Incineroar and Landorus. They have I'm assuming a Water Urshifu to go alongside their Cornerstone Ogerpon and their Iron Boulder and Goldengo. Some things I can do here with the way this team is built. I outspeed Incineroar with Fake Out, so I can probably Fake Out the Incineroar first with my Medicham. I almost had Covert Cloak just so I could high jump kick Incineroar, but I didn't want to risk it. But seeing that that's what they're going for, I think Ogerpon Goldengo is a good start. And then Incineroar and Weezing could be in the back. It could also be smart to just bring Weezing Gigas in the back just to clean up after the fact. There's a lot of options here. I think we'll bring our own Intimidate, and then we'll bring our own... You know what? Actually, we'll do this. We'll leave Gigas at home, lead my Incineroar and my Weezing. I get to do Intimidate things. I get to do my stuff. I can Terra Dark in front of whatever and Will-O-Wisp stuff down. I can Throat Chop the opposing Incineroar. There's a lot I can do to stop that double Intimidate because that feels like how they're going to beat Regigigas. And if I can get through those Pokemon, because both of those threaten my Goldengo, I'll feel in a very comfortable spot. Or they could give me this lead and I can really mess them up. Okay. Because we get to Intimidate their Iron Boulder now. they don't get to do anything with their Iron Boulder with Photosynthesis or Quark Drive. So now I think I just Throat Chop, Terra Dark, Will-O-Wisp, expecting the Psychic type attack to come out. It could be right just to click Flare Blitz. And then Terra Dark Will-O-Wisp. That sounds better. Yeah, let's go for that. They are going to Terra. I don't know what they're tearing. Probably the Golden Go, just to keep it out of range. Oh no, it's the Iron Boulder. To Grass. You do you, boo-boo. I don't know what that's going to do for you. I'm going to go Dark so I can resist any kind of Psychic stab from that Boulder, because that's still going to hurt. And then hopefully my Flare Blitz on my somewhat fast Incineroar takes out. Yeah, we called it. Called it. Okay. Power Gem into my Incineroar. This is going to hurt, but it's not going to take me out. I'm going to trade it for the Golden Go probably. Pretty close. That was really close. And then Will-O-Wisp connect. Okay, cool. I feel better about the Will-O-Wisp connecting. I think I want to save my Incineroar. So I think we hard swap to Ogerpon. And then I think I want to Gunk Shot into... Actually, I could Will-O-Wisp the Golden Go here because Good as Gold is off. No, I think I just take the free hit onto this, onto the Iron Boulder. And take it out this turn. Next turn, Ogerpon can hit the Golden Go, and we'll take it out, no problem. Sacred Sword's not going to do a ton here. Power Gem into my Ogerpon, also not a ton. Gunk Shot should KO. Oh, well, it will have to burn. That's fine. So let's see here. Iron Boulder, Golden Go. If their last two Pokemon are the Intimidators, that's going to be kind of bad for me, but kind of good, because I turn off Intimidate. Urshifu, is it Waterfu? It is. Okay. So, I can protect in front of Urshifu with my Weezing, because I turn off Unseen Fist. With that knowledge, I think that's what I go for, because I can't afford to lose my Weezing. And then we just get a Horn Leech off into the Urshifu and take it out. All right. Oh, that was a crit. I don't know if that mattered. I don't think it does. I'm not a very attack invested Ogerpon. I'm more defensive bulk invested. So it probably didn't matter. But we protect through the Make It Rain. We don't have to worry about the Ogerpon taking a ton of damage because it's a resisted hit. Awesome. This game is going about as perfect as you could expect it to. Let's see here. What could their last Pokemon be? It has to be one of the Intimidators, right? Incineroar or Landorus? Opponent could be sitting there thinking about... Okay, it's Ogerpon. So... It's the Rock Ogerpon. I should Ivy Cudgel this thing. And I should Will-O-Wisp the Ogerpon. Take out the Golden Go because it's a threat. I can't Oko the Ivy. I can't Oko the Ogerpon because it's got Sturdy. So we're hoping if this Will-O-Wisp connects that we can break the Sturdy and then we take it out next turn. And we do. Awesome. Plus, all their damage is now reducing the Ogerpon. Like, I'm playing to win the game 100% rather than kind of risk it for the biscuit. And then we just double into it. Neither of these moves are contact moves, so Spiky Shield's not going to do anything. Gunk Shot needs to connect, and then we're good. Which it does. Awesome. 2 for 2 so far on those critical Gunk Shot hits that I need to make sure I hit. You could play Sludge Bomb on Weezing. It's just harder to KO Fluttermane that way. But so far we're doing pretty good, even without Gigas. Weezing has shown up and done a lot of work so far. That is a Garganackle. Okay, so how do I beat a Garganackle? Oh man, that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be literally just trying to hit it with Golden Go and probably break through it that way. I don't think if it gets any kind of Iron Defense off, I don't think I can take it out with Ogerpon or Gigas. Outside of that, there's Indeedee, which I turn off. Alchemy, not a big deal. Mousehold, which can do Friend Guard, Follow Me. Friend Guard not being on is kind of nice. And then Hydreigon as like a special attacker. I kind of want to just do this. And then if this doesn't work, I can have Weezing maybe. Or I could lead these two, bring my Golden Go and bring my Ogerpon and leave Weezing and Incineroar at home. Like, they aren't super weak to Intimidate. They have an Incineroar of their own, which could be a problem. But outside of that, I don't see it really being an issue. So yeah, we'll try this Medicham Regigigas lead. We'll try to get this done and get this hyper offensive Gigas rolling here. Because the pure power is pretty busted when you're got a base 160 attack stat. What does our opponent lead with? We've got Incineroar and Alchemy. Okay, that is fine. I have Medicham and Regigigas. I have Slow Start active. It's okay. Gonna take the Intimidates. Also fine. I think I want to fake out this turn. And I want to... Actually, no. I think I just... I don't think I fake out Incineroar. I think I fake out Alchemy. And I knock off on the Incineroar. I stop whatever the Alchemy's doing. Fake out my Medicham, that's fine. We figured out speed tiers a little bit. So I'm slower. I'm faster than the Alchemy with my Regigigas. No, I'm slower than the Alchemy with the Regigigas right now. We can skill swap Regigigas and then go for high horsepower into the Incineroar. Works for me. Welcome to Pure Power Regigigas. Medicham has a slow start, and that's fine. We missed the high horsepower, which is unfortunate. Acid Armor. That's a new one. Going to be a very bulky. They Parting Shot into the Medicham, which doesn't really matter too much. Medicham's job is done for the most part. Now it's a skill swap feint bot. Breaking protects and swapping away their abilities and using them. Indeedee is fine. This is fine. Missing the high horsepower there sucked. Because then the Incineroar can come back and intimidate us again. But I think I just steal your ability. And then knock off on the Indeedee. They're going to Terra. Are you going to Terra the Alchemy? No, the Indeedee. Okay. Flying. That's a neat one. That's not something you see every day. Ground immunity is kind of nice, probably. Whatever item you're holding, get rid of it. Safety goggles. Okay. Acid armor onto the Alchemy again. We're gonna swap abilities. Are you Sweet Veil? Aroma Veil. Okay. That's fine. And then Trick Room goes off. That's fine. I think I want to swap out Medicham into Ogerpon. And I think I want to just heavy slam the Alchemy this turn. It's +4 defense, but it shouldn't be an issue. Now it's +6 defense. We'll have to break it eventually. Dazzling Gleam does almost nothing. That's a 3-hit KO. Well, it was. It's probably a 4-hit KO. Ivy Cudgel, Heavy Slam. I wonder if it's like, does Alchemy get body press? Is there like a body press thing that I don't know about for Alchemy? Now I gotta go look it up. Stored power. That's fine. If that's what you're doing, that's fine. You're just stored power. That's nothing. That's easy peasy. Take out the Indeedee. Do probably a quarter. Yeah. There's Incineroar again. Ogerpon. Probably the best thing to do is Spiky Shield and Heavy Slam the Alchemy. He's probably going to... He can't fake out this turn. So we want to live the stored power potentially from the Alchemy here. You can't fake out on Psychic Terrain. Draining Kiss goes into these protected Ogerpon. Awesome. Oh! Well, that's going to make this a KO then, probably. Ah, so close. Psychic Terrain's over. I swap Ogerpon out for Medicham. No. Probably for Golden Go. And then I have to take out this Alchemy. I cannot let it just sit there and do its thing. Because if I let it sit there and do its thing, it's just going to be annoying the entire game. Draining Kiss, resistant hit into Golden Go. Not going to be enough HP. Flare Blitz into my Gigas. That's a lot of damage. But we should... Oh, no! The burn. Oh, no. Okay. Heavy Slam still should take it out. Yeah. This is why Pure Power is so good. Like, you still are doing significant damage even after a burn. And 2 Intimidates. Like, I'm still decently in this game. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. I am going to... There's the Garganackle. So... I haven't Terra'd yet. I think we Terra Dragon and we click Nasty Plot. And I think I clicked Knockoff onto the Garganackle. I know the leftovers was on Incineroar. So I'm going to remove whatever item this Garganackle has before it becomes a problem. I'm also going to make sure that I live any hit from that Incineroar, because that's going to be scary. I also want to make sure that I'm not worried about the Garganackle hitting me with like a Earth Power or something weird. Take out whatever this thing's got on it. Rocky Helmet, there it goes. That's actually beneficial to me. Gonna Gonna get our nasty plot off. There's the Flare Blitz into the Golden Go. That's what I thought was going to happen. And then Garganackle recovers the little bit of HP it just used. That's fine. I think we protect Golden Go this next turn because I expect them to protect the Garganackle. And I think I go for high horsepower into the Incineroar. Protect this turn, and I high horsepower the Incineroar. If we can connect this time, that would be fantastic. Opponent cancel the battle. Okay, well, writing's on the wall. Yeah, I think if they go for protect, I go for protect. High horsepower connects onto the Incineroar, probably puts it at just under half or just above half, depending on how much damage I'm doing. And then Make It Rain probably cleans up the Garganackle and puts Incineroar in a really scary spot. So yeah, real good spot. Real happy with the results of this team today. So what did we learn today? Medicham got to do its thing. Weezing did its thing very, very well. Regigigas hits really hard. That's about the long and the short of it. These battles were, its team is very hyper offensive leaning. Like the more you look at it, the more you kind of think about it and just like look at it. It's just like, oh, Weezing Gigas right from the start is trying to do its thing. A lot of the time, if you're leading Medicham Gigas, it's because they can't interact with you, and so you're trying to do that. And same thing with like Ogerpon Golden Go. It's like, oh, I set a nasty plot off, and here we go. We're off to the races. I think this is probably the best form of this team going for like a laddering competition. In best of 3, I think there's probably better options. Something probably using Raging Bolt or some other stuff to deal with some of the problematic Pokemon in the format. But for ladder, this team is fantastic. I think you can get some easy wins because nobody's going to expect the Skill Swap Medicham coming out from under on the ladder. No one really expects the Ability Shield Incineroar. And a lot of people are used to playing with their abilities, and when they don't have them anymore, it throws off their game. Again, rental code up at the top corner there, also down below in the description. Hit the like button, subscribe, it helps us out a ton. And Carter will see you all next week for another episode of Laddering. Bye, everyone.